It's time to go racing here. Brad Ray, the championship leader, on pole position as we look to the lights here. 20 laps coming up. Good start as ever. He has done this all year long. He is going to come through, and Iddon has flown through.
Iddon, he's never asleep on the line. Like I said, his motocross background that he still does a lot of gives him that ability to just get the launch perfect. I haven't seen Brad Ray make a bad start all year either.
No, he's brilliant. Iddon then, he's known as lightning, and he's certainly lightning off the lights. Leon has done a good start. He's just up behind Danny Kent. So Kent with a bit of early work to do. It's Brad Ray, number 28, that leads from 21. Christian Iddon on that AJN steel stock Kawasaki.
Yeah, looks like Max Cook, podium finisher this weekend already yesterday. Looks like he's got work to do. Didn't get the launch he wanted. There he goes, number 30.
Yeah, he's behind Andy Irwin and Charlie Nesbitt here on this opening lap as we approach Church Corner for the first time. Now remember, the pace, you would think in theory here, will be slow to begin with. Brad Ray is in the position he wants to be. He's got to try and control this now and not get too engaged. But here comes Christian Iddon already on Wooden Hill. And the approach to the chicane, is he going to have a look through? The door's certainly open there for him to pop through, but Ray holds on to the lead.
Yeah, difficult there because the bike's still slightly leant over, difficult to get on the brakes. Oh, hang on.
Oh,
Sam's up fast.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's Scott Redding.
Scott Redding would definitely remonstrating with somebody there.
Yeah, just up ahead of him is Luke Hedger. I don't know if he's unhappy with whatever's happened, but who knows. Max Cook now trying to get aggressive with Andy Irwin. And if you're going to fight Andy, you better be willing for a proper dust-up.
Yeah, that's true.
Ray, though, it is that holds on to the lead. Christian Iddon, he's been in 4th place 4 times in the last 5 or 6 races.
Yep.
Just missing out on the podium.
Yeah, steady start to season for the FSV Kawasaki team, Iddon and Cook. They've really found something, and I think they've gone to circuits where, let's be honest, one of the older bikes on the grid. They're the only 2, nobody else chooses to run one. But it's really suited the last couple of circuits. Brilliant round for the whole team at Brands, and even better in at Thruxton.
Andy Irwin, the fastest rider. We spoke to you on the grid. They said they've made a bold move in terms of setup, and he's fastest over the line.
Yep.
Oh, someone's riding up, and that is Andy Irwin. And Max Cook, I think they might have got tangled up. Neither looked like they were willing to give an inch on the previous lap. Through the chicane once more. A couple of riders just wide through that. That was Skinner on Redding, and Redding's going to bite back, but it's Ray that leads over the line. There's Charlie Nesbitt, number 86 on the Master Mac Honda.
Yep, reasonable meeting, been in the thick of it most of the time.
Yeah, had a good run yesterday, did Nesbitt. 6th place for him.
Yeah, I think a 10th previously, yeah. Oh, this morning, sorry, yeah.
So Ray it is that controlled this one out front. 16.4, it was a 15.9 the fastest lap in the last lap from Tommy Bridewell.
Yeah, and I think what we're seeing here is Brad Ray setting purposefully setting a slightly quicker pace. I think he's capable of going quicker, but I think he's just going to see if he can string them out a little bit. If the pace is sort of high 16s, then most people can do that early on in a race, and that means there's a big pack of people.
Nesbitt
making another go there.
Looks like he wanted a bite at Leon Haslam, and still having a go, and does make it in the end.
Yep.
Forces his way through into 5th spot now, number 86.
Eager Charlie Nesbitt on the back wheel now, and that's what will kind of muck it up for somebody like Ken or for Kyle Ryde, because Nesbitt is not going to care.
No,
he's going to want to get stuck in, and quite rightly.
As you just said, yes, there are people fighting for championships, but there's guys here that want their first podium.
Exactly that.
Free Church. Again, watch Christian Iddon now on that lime green. AJ Insteel, Scott Kawasaki, his wife, Scott Redding.
Yeah, that nicely lets Max Cook through.
Can he have another go? Just
he's on
the bump there.
Yeah, he's on the bump because he's on the slightly more right, which is the wider line on the left. But that means when you're on the bumps, you're not going to hit the brakes as hard, so you can't get up the inside of the chicane.
Can Christian Iddon get himself closer? He has pulled off a nice move into Church, actually, already this weekend. But on Black Way, that would have to be bold. Here we go again then. Here you can see, taking that inside line. And then he'll hit that bump on the approach to the chicane. Not quite as unsettling this time. Bradley really does like that wide approach, hitting his own lines through the chicane.
Yeah, once you get into that first right-hander in front, and nobody's going to get past you for the rest of the chicane.
It was on about lap 14 yesterday, where everyone just decided to bolt.
To just go as quick as they could with what they had left.
Yeah,
and I think it'll be a little bit earlier today. Although saying that the track temperature is about 5 degrees higher, which will make it in.
Max Cook looking to land a move on Tommy Bridewell further back.
Here comes Christian, just showing Brad his wheel again.
Yeah, and he's just making sure that it constantly says +0 on Brad's pitboard.
Correct.
Oh, Danny Kent there, though, has made a move on Kyle Ryde to move up into third place. Cook and Irwin are locked together again in 9th and 10th.
Yeah, with the Cook, the one going forward at this point.
Around Goodwood Corner, the start of the right-handers that just builds speed, always building up towards Village now. Nesbitt has gone through. Nesbitt's just gone through on Kyle Ryde and closes the door on him as well on the Master Mac Honda. So that's a position change.
Yeah, this is what, like I said, he's got to be careful of this. It's still Ray that leads, the championship leader from Christian Iddon. Kyle Ryde third, back up into third, ahead of Danny Kent, with Haslam fifth, Nesbitt sixth, and Scott Redding seventh. Yeah, Kyle Ryde going forward again, and he needs to do that. He needs to be in second, third, fourth, no further down than that. You don't want to get dragged back into the kind of proper fight. Well, I have been impressed with, there's not a lot in, a lot of stuff have been used, but in terms of just single bike pace, there's not a lot in it.
No, not a lot in it at all. Christian Iddon has seen the opportunity, that wide sweeping line has left that door open, and now Iddon has pounced and will lead over the line as we start lap 13 of 20. And will this now force one or two into pushing on early?
It depends exactly what Christian does, whether he just gets going, whether he thinks he's a clever lad is Christian, he'll know what he's capable of, and he'll actually know what, or he'll have an idea when he should be going. I think this is slightly early, I think.
Brad Ray
We'll
likes
see.
the move here, but has decided deliberately not to try and execute. Iddon it is then on the Kawasaki, leading the pack of Yamahas. Brad Ray, though, lining up a move here. He's got that inside line as we now come up towards Church. Look at Charlie Nesbitt as well, engaging with Kyle Wright. He's got the inside line, and Charlie Nesbitt goes up into third. One or two then have decided to make their moves. Bradley Ray now has the inside line on the approach to the chicane and goes through on Christian Iddon, but has he can hold it?
It's like he can, you know.
Just about, yeah, that was good. Really neat from the championship leader, and Danny Kent aggressive there on Kyle Wright.
It cost him a lot of time, and that's what you've got to be careful of. We've been saying that there's a good possibility this lap to one of the front three.
And that has really bumped down Kyle Wright. He's dropped to 8th place now behind Andy Irwin. And now he's got to do something about it.
Less than 7 laps left. He has to go forward now, every single lap.
Kyle Wright is bogged down. He can't get through past the Hondas. This could be his race run, you know.
I think so, and that's what was the danger.
He's got to get through on those Hondas, and quickly. He's got through on one, he's got through on another. That was busy and good from Kyle Wright, and now he's got a gap to bridge. I think he might have been a bit wide though on exits, and he's still fighting it out there with Andy Irwin. He really needed that on the Nitrous Competitions Yamaha.
That's his last chance. If he doesn't make this one work for him now, if Andy gets back past him into the chicane, then his race is kind of over.
If he does win from here, it'll be some tail.
It'll be a 5-pack, yeah.
Christian Iddon glued to the tail of Brad Ray out front as we come through Church again. And Charlie Nesbitt trying to move out there on Danny Kent as well. Very close indeed. Iddon again with that inside line on his Kawasaki number 21. Will he have a look up the inside again here of Brad Ray? No, Nesbitt's coming as well though. So is Scott Redding.
What you've got to ask is, Christian Iddon doing that on purpose? Could he go through any time? Is he fainting? The gloves are off now. Whatever happens now, they're going as fast as he can with the tyre they've got left.
Scott Redding not able to quite live with this pace, and now he needs to try and fend off Kyle Wright. Kyle Wright is running out of time to fight for the podium.
I believe so.
He's going to have to make a move through this section here.
Well, this is as close as Christian's been to a win, and he's not going to give up. Kyle Wright, he's still got work to do and still got Andy Irwin with him. Yeah,
it just seems like a bridge too far for Kyle at the moment. A really unfortunate scenario for him at the chicane.
Yeah, you could see that. You could see that coming to one of them. Didn't have to do a lot wrong.
Is Christian Iddon going to wait until the last lap? They've got Danny Kent on their coattails as well. These guys are truly impressed. That was brave from Danny Kent and Andy Irwin, one on either side of Scott Redding there. Kyle Wright then moves up into 5th place, but is it too late? Because we'll start the penultimate lap shortly. They can't shake off Andy Irwin. Here comes Christian Iddon though. He looks a bit closer this time.
There's just that big bump pace, and he can't hit the brakes when he's in that kind of dip because the rear had lifted, and that would send him straight on.
Into Campbell.
Danny Kent's up looking for a switchback.
Yeah, and he's pulled it off.
He hasn't.
Has he lost time? No, he's lost a pair of them time, I think. He has, and Charlie Nesbitt is now invited, and that's also bringing Kyle Wright
back into the mix. That was really good. That move from Danny Kent was really good for Brad Ray, because he definitely cost himself and Iddon a little bit of time there, like you said.
He's got a lap and a half now to try and reel in Ray.
I think that Danny, of anybody, probably has the pace to do that if he just hits his marks, doesn't make any mistakes, and if he's got a little bit of time. But he's got a little bit of bother. He's got a form of a Kawasaki mounted Christian Iddon.
He's fast through Church there though, Danny Kent. He's got a lot of grip, I think. Maybe he's got a bit more grip.
Yeah, I think he has. Yeah, I think he is the one probably with the single lap pace to do something about. Bradley.
He's going for it. He's going for it. He's got that inside line. Danny Kent then takes the lead on the approach to the chicane.
That was always going to be the move on Bradley, but he made it stick, and I thought that was going to be difficult.
Now it's on. Danny Kent it is that leads over the line to start the final lap of the race. Is it going to be a double here for Danny?
Right, well, he's gone. That's reasonably early because it gives everybody else a chance to see what you're doing, get a slipstream, and then you're in the firing line coming into the chicane.
Kyle Ryder's done tremendously well to get himself back into contention here.
In podium honour, yeah.
Charlie Nesbitt's still there as well. Into Seagrave.
Right, so what Danny Kent's doing now is just hit your marks. Don't make a mistake. Just be careful with the throttle. Smoke coming off everybody's rear tyre there, unreal. It's a clean lap so far for Danny Kent. Stretching them.
This is where the tyres really get stretched.
Yeah, one slide out of church and you're not going to get the drive down the straight, and somebody's going to get you into the chicane, and Danny knows that.
Here we go then, about to go into Church Corner. Christian Iddon in contention as well. It's all on the line. Bradley sliding, Danny Kent sliding, so is Christian Iddon. This is it, the run to the final chicane. Bradley's going to move to the inside line and surely have a dive last minute. He does pull up alongside Danny Kent, and will he hold his line? He can't. Danny Kent comes back through. Bradley can't stop it. The checkered flag is out, and it's going to be the first ever double for the McCombs Yamaha rider, Danny Kent. What a day he's had. Second place goes to Bradley, and Iddon gets his first podium of the year.
Yeah, well, deserved. What a great race that was. You could see all that coming, but it was still brilliant.
Fantastic stuff for Danny Kent. What a few weeks it's been for him.